I believe north is the way Christopher told us that we should go. Oh, I do like a party.
Come on, Pooh.
What should happen if you forget about me?
Silly old bear. I won't ever forget about you, Pooh. I promise. Not even when I'm 100.
Now, according to IMDb, you have around 537 credits. You win.
Okay, I'll
I don't
take
think
it.
anyone has that number of credits.
Gosh, I don't know what to say about that. God bless the people who sit there and count. Because I wasn't that good at math, so I'll take your word for it, Ann. Thank you.
That's fantastic. When you're on your own, and I was thinking particularly in this one because there's so much physical movement and tripping and falling and all of that. How do you get that into your voice?
You know, I think I'm used to it. I come from a large family, and I was tripped and whacked and thrown down steps, and it's just, it's just Saturday morning to me, or Tuesday afternoon. It's not a problem, And I went to Catholic school, so I was used to ducking, and it all works. You keep all those little emotions, and you never know when you'll need them. Yeah. When you're gonna come bouncing out of the 100-acre woods, you never know, right?
Oh, I love it. Does it doing this film that brings to life live action, this beloved story? It's a responsibility, but it also must bring you joy to have contributed to it.
Oh, very much so. I think, everybody's got a soft spot in their hearts for the 100-acre wood, and all these beautiful stories that A.A. Milne started and embarrassed his son with. God bless him. But I think of it honestly like a privilege and an honor to bring these characters into the next century. Yeah. Been doing it a while now. I'm glad they're still noticing.
What happened? How did it begin with you?
Back, 87, ABC and Disney were separate companies then, and it had been 20 years something since anybody had heard anything from Winnie the Pooh, the original 3 shorts. And they decided, well, let's bring that bear. Remember that bear, the 100-acre one? Let's bring them back and let's do an animated series. And it was very successful. And they sent out a call for auditions, for people to read. And it was funny. I remember hearing that Burgess Meredith read for Winnie the Pooh and E.G. Marshall.
E.G. Marshall?
That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but
That's funny.
I don't know. But I ended up getting the call, and now I lucked out. I get to hang out with you.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Now, you said at one point that you recognized Sterling Holloway's voice, but you were too frightened to go to him.
Well, I didn't know what to say. My wife and I were in Laguna Beach, California at the time, and he was retired even then. This is before I was in the business, but I knew that he was retired, and we're sitting there in a diner, thought we were the only people there, and waitress walks over the corner and says, well, have you decided what you would like to have? And you hear this little voice,
I believe I shall have the chowder.
and I went, because it's very distinct. Yeah, that was just his voice. That's just the way he spoke.
Wow.
And I kind of got up and I looked over there, and there was Sterling Holloway. God bless him. He looked like an albino crow. He had all that big spray of hair, that white hair, and he was, sitting there, just as cute as he could be. And I thought, I should go up and say something to him, but what do you say? You're Winnie the Pooh, man. That wouldn't have. Now I'm
You're
Winnie the
right.
Pooh.
Yeah,
Man.
now you're Winnie the Pooh. Has anyone recognized you in that same way? By voice?
No, not that way. Although my albino crow impression is pretty good, but no, because it's occasionally somebody will hear a little dark-winged duck or some Tigger in my voice that I don't really put there, but I don't know what they're talking about. But they, he was just speaking. He wasn't really doing a character voice, and I'm doing him basically. So
Amazing.
and pouring honey on it.
Well, that's the main thing, right?
That's right.
Now, these voices, these 4 voices, do you sort of keep them in a library so that you can bring out any of them at any time for these films? Or is each time a new beginning?
Well, no, they have to stay the same.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, you don't want them to. I mean, it's a new storyline and it's a new approach in that sense.
Nothing's different.
Yeah, it's got to stay the same. That's part of the.
But that
part of the
stays in
deal.
your consciousness.
Apparently
you can just
so.
turn it right on.
Yeah, at this point, I have to say yes, it does. You tell me.
Oh yeah, that was
Does it?
great.
Okay.
Yes. But I'll tell you, when I see you and McGregor, I still can't get Train Spotting out of my mind.
Oh, jeez. Well, we'll forgive you.
Thank you.
I promise you, this will get it out of your mind.
So sweet, and the
Yeah.
voices.
Yeah, it's
Thank
all
you.
good. Thank you.
Oh, bother. Oh, dear, dear.
I don't remember being cheery.
People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
She